You know, when I originally got these panels, I laid them on the ground, but I was told those panels out of here. So I asked, what are the rules? And they said, well, the panels have to be mounted. You ever been in that position where somebody tells you something and instantly you think, I've got a really good idea? Well, that was me here. He says, those panels, and I said, I wonder if I can find a way to make this work. I said, what about a shed? And he says, you bet. If those panels are mounted on your RV or on your shed, you can have them. So with a little bit of relief, I installed them on the shed. But I took a lot of shortcuts getting them up here, and I didn't seal it up properly, and it was leaking a little bit. And I've got a lot of rain coming. So today, I'm going to take these panels down, I'm going to seal this roof, and we're going to put the panels back up. In the meantime, I'm going to take some time to measure just what the side panels produce so that you can see that result also. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all my subscribers, and I hope you find this useful. All right, this way you can get the whole view. I may fast forward through some of this so you don't have to watch all the little nitty gritty. I've already flipped the breaker off on the inside, so I'm just going to unscrew a few of these. Looks like I used two different types of screws here. The other sink sets are hex tops. I think I have the bit right here in my pocket. At least I hope I do. I do. So we will switch to this. Drop those screws right down there. I can pick them up here in a little bit. All right. Let's got that loose. Now I'm gonna disconnect the wires. See if I can get that panel down. Boy, these old panels are heavy. It's a good thing that I didn't ever attach them at the top. It's going to allow me to seal this real easy and then put some backing boards along the top like I did on the inside here. But it would have leaked really bad if I had done that. So I kind of suspected that this roof was going to leak a little bit, so I wanted to make sure the panels fit first, make sure everything worked. So now we'll go over and do the other side. All right, I'm off grabbing the ladder. Bring it around. And this kind of allows me to go back and redo this now that I know everything's going to work the way I want it to. It should provide me with an opportunity to hopefully test just the sides, see what kind of juice I'm getting from them. Maybe I'll just leave the tops off for a day. That way we can find out how much power we get from just the tops, or just the sides. All right, that is the disassembly of the roof panels. So now I will take a break, and then I'm going to come back and lap seal the entire top, and then we can put the panels back on and seal them in also. That way there's no leaks. All right, here we are back at the roof. I'm going to come down here and get a thing of lap seal. I'll show you what it is. I'm going to go ahead and cut the tip off though. All right. Here's the product I'm going to be using today. This is what you use on an RV roof. It's a rubber roof sealant. I think I got these from Amazon. I'll include a link down below. But basically this is a self-leveling caulk. And you pour it on, and you'll see me do this. I'll put some on these screws, and it will self-level all by itself and ooze into all the cracks and crevices. And unlike a normal caulk, this just does it all itself. So it's great for roofs, flat surfaces. It'll probably run a little bit here, but what it will do for sure is take care of all of the, I'm just going to puncture that seal there. It'll take care of all of these. I'm going to put this on. It'll take care of all the little screws that are in this roof. They have those little rubber rings that are supposed to seal it up, but I don't want to take it off and do all this again. So I don't know if you can see these up here up close, but I'll just do a few of them and then work my way down where you can see it. This stuff is extremely messy, but it doesn't have to be real precise. You just need to get a dab on there, and it just basically fills the holes, cracks in. I think you can probably see these now. So you just squeeze a little dab there, a little dab there, a little dab there, and you just like that. And then it'll start to level. As you sit here and watch this, as I work the rest of this, you'll see it leveling all on its own without me having to go and smear it and all that kind of stuff. Makes for great RV roof repairs, sealing vents and that kind of stuff up on the roof. And it also thickens up as it dries and makes for a very long-lasting seal. Most of the time, as long as you get enough of it on there, and as sloppy as this stuff is, it's hard not to. As long as you get enough on there, you're not going to have to go back up and reseal it for some time, because it takes care of it, nothing but good. And so this should be pretty quick and easy. All these little holes that I had from where I originally drilled the original panels in, they're all filled. I'm even going to go up on these ones on the side here where I mounted the frames and stuff, put them also. So as you can see, that moves pretty quick, and you can already see this starting to level out and just flatten in, fill all these cracks and holes. That one's not quite there yet, but it will be. You don't have to worry about it too much. Once it fills it up, it dries, gets nice and hard, and stays rubbery though. It doesn't really get hard, but it does stay rubbery. And then it can take rain and water. I don't know what the time is for it. I'm hoping it's not too long, because it won't be very long before we get some rain. But as you can see if I can turn this camera a little bit. As you can see, that's a pretty fast process. Didn't take long to seal those up all the way around. And now this roof won't leak anymore. And I can put those panels on a little bit more permanent fashion and build an installation video for them. So, hope this helps you out. Like and subscribe to the video. It'll help me make some more. All right. Okay, I started without you. Sorry about that. But I went and got some pieces and parts here, some screws. I'm going to start with these screws here. I like these without the self-setting stuff in it first. See if it'll go through these aluminum. They hold a lot better when you don't have the self-setting threads in front of them. But I don't know if I can get it to go down in there correctly. So we're going to try it. And if it doesn't work, I've got some self-setters there too. Or self-drilling, I guess I should say. I'm going to put these two panels back up because I want to test the 12-volt setup that we built this weekend on the live stream. And so this will allow us to do that. If I can get two of these panels back up on this side, then I can set that up on the inside. Oh, that went in really nice. Don't know that it hit a stud though, is the only problem. That one certainly didn't. All right. Which probably means it went through the same hole that it was in before. That's probably true for this one too. So let's just move it a little bit. See if we can get something that's going to have a little bit more hold to it. And I'll just put some extra lap seal on there. That's what I was looking for. That sunk in really well. The only downside I have here is that I have a screw right on the spot where this one is. So I'm only going to put one in there for now. We'll come back and put a... That's good too. That sunk right into that aluminum stud in there. And that one sunk right into that aluminum stud. All right, so this is the only one that don't have an aluminum stud, and I'm gonna have to use a self-drilling on this one because I need to go through the aluminum. The screw is right underneath the hole here, so I can't put the screw into the screw. What I can do is just move over an inch or so from where the normal hole is, have this drill a hole in it, and then go right into the shed from there. And since it's in that stud in there, it should be in there good and straight. And this time I got it mostly straight. Not quite as straight as I would have liked it, but and not near as crooked as it was the first time. All right, let's see if we can get that second panel up on the roof. This part's a little easier than taking them down, as they make it a little easier just to and I got this backwards. I gotta flip this around because the wires are on the wrong end. Just put a couple extenders on these so I can get them to the other side to connect them in parallel or in series with that side. So that's all I'm doing today, just getting them there, connecting them, and tomorrow after we finish the testing of those two panels on the 12-volt solar system, we'll take and connect these back into series with the other ones. But that'll be after tomorrow. All right, that concludes really hooking up these panels. I don't want to wait 2 days to give you the video just to show you me hooking those up in series on the other side. I'm just basically going to connect those two panels in series at the end of one of those adapters, whichever, and put the other ones into the solar shed, plug them back in to the combiner box. And that'll be it.